This is another video journal. This one's from the Digest. Isn't that great? The old Reader's Digest. If you want that covered up, the RD, I can certainly put a lovely antique button or embellishment there for you, but I just think I left this cover alone. I thought it was awesome just the way it was. Let's have a look on the inside. We've got this great, beautiful mint colored page here. And you notice all of the pages on this journal are rounded. I rounded all the corners just to give it a softer look. I made this little pouch out of an antique book page and a little journaling tag that goes in there. You can also slip one in the back here. And I've got a lovely envelope here that I've aged and put in another journaling tag there. This is from a beautiful old botanical book on roses, which I just think the images are stunning. That is from an old gardening magazine, probably from the 1940s. Some journaling pages here, and I just did a little bit of detailing here with a die cut and added some journaling paper on the back. And this is just a wonderful image that I got of an old book from John Keats. Another journaling page here, another tag for you to journal on in a little corner tuck, and another gardening page. And here's a little journal tag using some lace and embellishments. I've got lots more embellishments down here with paper, and I've stamped images throughout using vintage images. This is an old invoice. It's still on the carbon paper. I just think that is fantastic. From George Sensabaus in Altercliff, Ontario. This is a great page out of a dictionary. Look at this great old image of a mammoth. I think that's just beautiful. And some more fun images over here. An old book page. We've got some shells and birds here. And this is from an old book, Home and Home Life. And another one of these wonderful rose images. Look how beautiful that is. And anywhere you see white spot, go ahead and journal on it. A little poem there. And more images from old books. Another great journaling page. You could journal here and here. And then, of course, all these lovely images from the dictionaries back when they used to put images in. Look at the little monkey down here. I just think that's fantastic. And we have an old map here. And an old sewing pattern instruction sheet. Whoops, before that there is, a very old music sheet. And this wonderful, look at this. This was from a practice book for a bookkeeping class in 1921. And this little lady has put her entries in for her classwork. And look at the beautiful writing on it. So I left that in. I thought that was just fantastic. You could journal on the front and back. Another one of those patterns. And another vintage music sheet and maps. More spots to journal. Look at this great ad. This is from the 1950s, but how spectacular is she? I love it. More journaling paper. This is an old typewritten story. Somebody who actually typed it out on an old typewriter. This would have been the carbon copy. This is from a botanical book from the 1940s. Isn't that beautiful? I just kept the page. You'll see another one a little further on in the journal. Isn't this fun? Old book. This is from an old recipe book, believe it or not. I'm guessing this one's from the 60s or 70s, even early 70s, just by the imagery. And there's the other side of that beautiful botanical book page. And there's that hand-typed page again. Lots of spots to journal here. There's another great, I would buy this sweater. Would you not buy this sweater? I would. Everything's coming back, thank goodness. Another one of those great 1921 bookkeeping pages. This is fun. It's an old birthday card from your secret pal. So you can journal in here. You can even open it up and journal inside there and on the back. I didn't have a lot of old vintage cards that weren't written in, so that's really special. One. It's mounted onto this gardening page. This little flower here I made out of sewing tissue. pattern tissue in a little corner tuck. So you can journal on the back of that. This is also from it's actually from a farmer's magazine. So this article would have been about strawberries. This is an old book about Cuba, so I shouldn't really say Cuba today. It should say Cuba a long time ago. And I made this out of a very old book page. I think it's really quite beautiful. In fact, all these embellishments that are made of paper, the flowers, the butterflies, they're all from antique papers. Another journaling tag here. I made all these little pouches. I think they're so sweet. And again, you can see the great staple marks here from this book page from that Cuba book. Nice butterfly image that I stamped in there. Another tag here for you to journal on. Another one of these great farmers magazines. Another one of those vintage bookkeeping pages. And this great old book page with a great image in it. And it's off with a pretty little tag with vintage paper. This one's very special. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5 signatures, which means it's 100 pages, and that one is going for $60.